Welcome back, everybody. We are at our final game for the day. Final game for this pool D. We have Spiraling Delusions versus Whimsical something. I forgot their name. Looks like we have a Knife's Edge, Might of the Colossus start. I'm personally expecting something like a Kazan or an X coming up from either team, especially when it's night market. But we will be seeing the grass, actually, no, nothing to scoff at when it comes to those size picks. And what I'm really interested to see is or to like think about is if anybody in this game could potentially be going for that knife's edge awakening, as it's a really like high risk, not really much reward type of awakening. But if I'm interested to see if anybody can, really put it to good use.
Yeah, so this is Whimsical Weekend, and I'm kind of a fan of that team name. I think it really captures the mood, and I know personally our team has been having a little bit of whimsy, and they're going to need a little bit more of it in this final match of the day up against Spiraling Delusions. I would definitely say Whimsical Weekend is the underdog in this match. However, both of these teams are 1-1, and we have a little bit of drama. We have a little bit of stakes on the line for this match. Whoever wins this game is guaranteed to move on tomorrow. The other team no longer has control of their own destiny, and it may come down to the mercy of tiebreakers. So, tournament life on the line for these two teams here late at night in this final match of day one of LANADA.
Yeah, whoever is more awake at this current time is gonna hopefully is gonna potentially be in control of this game. We do see the Dubu on this Might of the Colossus start could pick up that Pauldrons for a ton of that extra power on the Dubu roll. Really fair awakening, if I do say so myself. Also the Juliet. Pretty notable character on Night Market, the Now as well. Pretty good for speeding up their team.
Yeah, we just saw Awayuki Kokorone, aka Soren, putting the Now to great use on Night Market. We'll have to see if the midfielder for Whimsical Weekend, who I believe is AJ, I want to say. No, it looks like AJ is the goalie currently. Maybe Lilise. I apologize. I'm not quite as familiar with the members of Whimsical Weekend, but I am very excited to see them play as relative newcomers to the scene, see if they can make their mark here and advance out of these day one pools into the bracket stage tomorrow.
Yeah, AJ, I think is kind of a Norms warrior. I think I've seen them more times in Norms than I have seen in comp. But Yunaka coming out from Cutie Patooties in NAS, making their way onto this LANADA team from Lalace and AJ Skittle. Gonna be pulling up with, I think it was the Juliet, right?
I believe you're correct. It was Juliet for Yunaka, now for Lilese, and Dubu coming out for AJ. On the other side, we do have. Oh, excuse me. That is actually the picks for Spiraling Delusions. You'll have to excuse us. It's quite late. But on the side of Whimsy, we actually have the Rasmus Asher and now against Estelle, Dubu, and Juliet on the side of Spiral. So that looks to me that could be either Asher or Rasmus in the net and either Asher or Rasmus forward. I think if I had to guess, I would say it's Yunaka Rasmus with AJ Asher. But we will see as we get into this game briefly if that is the case.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but I don't know. I'm not too sure if the names for the teams are. I think it might have to be swapped because I see Ian Kirby as way more of a Rasmus player, and as we saw from the first game in this pool, Potat was on the Asher, and it looks like that if AJ could be on the Asher, and I could just be straight wrong, but I mean they could be like playing around, spiraling delusions, comfort picks, and just completely like swiping them away from them.
Yeah, I would definitely not be surprised to see 6 Might of the Colossus pickups this game. We have 4 of your average run-of-the-mill size abusers in this Rasmus, Asher, Dubu, and Juliet. I think Estelle and Now are probably going to get in on the fun, not be left behind in the size department when the other awakening on the table is one as low impact as Knife's Edge. I'd be very surprised to see either of the midfielders opt into that for this game.
Yeah, getting into this game, yeah, it looks like Potat. the side of Whimsical something. I keep forgetting. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah, they've opted to just completely like take away the the enemy's picks, the comfort picks from them. I'm actually interested to see AJ. I think is a Rasmus goalie player, so this might just be an Asher brawler and a Rasmus goalie. As we were getting into this game, we're gonna see what that is. Yeah, I was in fact right. It is the Rasmus goalie with the pauldrons pulling up with the Might of the Colossus as well. That's gonna be a ton of power. Yunaka with the Might of the Colossus as well. Ian Kirby with the Might of the Colossus gonna have a lot more power to really deal with. Getting into this game now, secondary right on top of.
Oh, baby. Here we go again.
Well, it's just a. What?
Oh, AJ offers up the own barrier as a token of goodwill. Very appreciated. I was actually in a game against AJ in solo queue earlier today, and I was very impressed. And so with such a favorable start as the Pauldrons, Might of the Colossus, Rasmus, I am very interested to see if he might be able to take over the game on this pick. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Potat with the Dubu roll isn't going to be able to get much done past Yunaka. Going to get that second barrier. Ian Kirby with the ball, going to take it away right from Yunaka's hands, but the dash punch misses. Now it's the ball back to Ether. Ether going to strike it past Yunaka, taking the speed D8 for himself. Ian Kirby with the ult is going to stall out the play. Primaries from both of the forward duos right here. Yunaka with the ult is going to get completely blocked off by the Dubu wall, and we're in a pretty neutral state right now.
Yeah, great dodge by Patat as he sets up that wall. Oh, goal line roll and save is not enough as the Asher primary is able to give that cord the last little push it needs to put Whimsical Weekend up 1-0 in this opening set.
Yep, and now the now is actually starting in the middle right now. I'm really intrigued by that. I'm ready to see if that gets put into good use. Yunaka with the night market angle is going to get that barrier anyway. Getting in this corner, getting involved. Potat with the flip is going to get blocked off by the forward deal. Kirby with the dash punch is going to clap right back. Now AJ Skittle with the ball, getting cleared out away from Ian Kirby. Now Yunaka with the ball. Looks like Spiraling Delusions have 2 core flips to their name, aren't going to burn any just yet. That being said, Ian Kirby just pops one for the second barrier. Potat with the Dubu wall is going to get themselves involved in the play. Isn't going to get the play, the goal just yet. Ian Kirby with the punch to the strike. The night market angle. Yunaka with the dash. It's going to secure their second point in the set.
Wow, Whimsical Weekend really coming out strong, off to a fast 2-0 lead. Coming in as, I would say, the underdogs in this match. With their tournament lives on the line, they are showing up right away. And we will have to wait and see if Spiraling Delusions will be able to figure it out, will be able to put it together and manage to sneak their way into day 2. Either getting his ankles broken as, again, just dumping his abilities, isn't able to really find anything. Does have that flip available to him as they start to neutralize the hook sitting on the barrier, saves the barrier for AJ, who has really been impressive to me. Oh, comes in, gets the dash punch combo, plus the Estelle Beam, plus the Dubu wall, really layering it on, and is able to take out Yunaka. Let's see if they can capitalize on this power play here. Either brings it in, sets up Ian Kirby, gets one. Will they be able to find a second? Yunaka is back alive. They are not able to get the second. Patat sitting on this barrier with his flip. AJ not able to hit the pendulum swing in time, dribbling in front of his net. This is a dangerous position as Spiraling Delusions is collapsing, is getting in there, but Yunaka, the brawler, is back there playing a little bit of defense. Lilies goes, finds the angle, is able to force out the flip from Patat. And Ian Kirby has an opportunity. Will he be able to capitalize? There comes the Flurry of Fist. The dash. Another fantastic save from AJ. I am super impressed so far from this young man. Ian Kirby says, all right, that's enough of that. Uses the flip. Gets Spiraling Delusions on the board. But wow, AJ, very impressive early on.
AJ just bringing in those turbo big brain plays. I have no idea what I'm watching from this guy, but it is very pleasing to watch as like Rasmus goalie is a pretty innovative goalie. You can do a lot of things with Rasmus in the goal box, but Ian Kirby just says, "I'm gonna do the simple Juliet things to you," and just gets both barriers for himself with the punch and the dash. Ether with the rotate up to Potat. And one thing I also want to point out is that Potat has opted for the strike shot, despite it being Might of the Colossus start instead of the powerhouse Pauldron. So he's not going to have as much power, but he is going to be able to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to getting the Juliet and the Estelle set up in the corner.
Yeah, we've got these backline passing plays coming out from Patat, and either looking for a way out, but they really just gave Whimsical Weekend some time to collapse on them, ending up in more danger than they started. There goes the first barrier. Either has this flip available, he's really low, he opts to use it, is able to get out. AJ keeping the offense going, running up ahead of Yin Kirby, leaving him just completely in the dust. Yin Kirby uses the dash, uses the punch disjointed, is not really going to be able to do anything here. The power play coming out. Nice little back pass, gets around the roll. Beautiful, beautiful play coming out from Yunaka and Lalays. And it's just in the net. First set, Whimsical Weekend showing up big here in our last match of the day.
Whimsical Weekend is in fact bringing in the Whimsy, and Yunaka is going to get that MVP, going to have his pick of the litter right here. I'm thinking it's a bulk up angle or maybe like a spark angle. I'm not too sure, but
I would say notably no size in this draft on the Might of the Colossus start, so no one is going to be able to pick up any extra value out of that Awakening going forward here. AJ picks up the team player. We have seen some very nice passing plays coming out, like that one to end the set from Yunaka actually, towards Lalays. Explosive entrance from Estelle, loving that dash range. Dubu picking up missile prop, loving that as well. And Yin Kirby left with a spark as the scraps of that first draft, but it does give Spiraling Delusions a potential win con if they are able to stabilize here in the second and third sets.
Yeah, but another win con is this team player from AJ Skittle, and another win con is that KO coming out from Yunaka. If they're able to get those kills with that power that came with the bulk up, and Asher just having, in general, like a bunch of stagger pool to the character's name, then they're going to have a great time getting these KOs. Yunaka in the corner just being so unrelenting to Potat. Potat going to get the nice strike in. Ether looking really low right now with I think maybe potentially 1 of 8 is going to get that barrier though. And Yin Kirby in this corner, dash punch missed. Unfortunate. Ether still looking pretty low. Ether going to be taken down. Now it's this power play here for Whimsical Weekend. Yin Kirby with the interception. HA with the amazing hook is going to be intercepted once again by Yin Kirby though. Now he's here with the core. He's going to take it up. The back pass from Yunaka looking really, again, really whimsical, but really effective. And Lalays with the core flip goes right into Yunaka's primary, and that's another point for Whimsical Weekend.
Wow, that was some wonderful team play there from the forwards of Whimsical Weekend to get that one in the net. I do want to point out, I am seeing AJ walking very aggressive on this Rasmus goalie pick. Really just hovering up to that midline, making sure not to lose his pauldron size as he goes up and pressures the offense for his team. Nice dash punch coming out of Yin Kirby will give Spiraling Delusions the advantage, but a very well played defense from AJ, going for the dribble off the corner, able to find a way around either, and they are able to keep both of these barriers as Yunaka comes back alive. Spiraling Delusions is really just struggling to find any sort of advantage right now. They're able to get the first barrier, either passing into Patat. Doesn't seem like he has the wall available. He does have the flip available to him, passes back around to Ether after getting that barrier, and just a nice little strike chain, able to set up a favorable strike board for Yin Kirby. Gets Spiraling Delusions on the board here in the second set.
Spiraling Delusions want to make a name for themselves in this game, rightfully so, as they are, I think, the higher seed in this pool right now. Yin Kirby with the dash punch through the gate isn't going to amount to anything just yet. Yunaka almost getting the first barrier from Ether, and AJ looking pretty creative on this Rasmus once again. AJ with the hook going back to himself, unfortunately kind of backfires for him, and Yin Kirby is going to take full advantage of that with the dash and is going to bring them up a point in this set. Now they're 1 point away from tying the game up.
Yeah, just like that, Spiraling Delusions has woken up. They flipped the script on this game. They are really starting to find their stride, capitalizing on some mistakes from AJ, able to force through, getting a nice 7 in the corner, and another quick double barrier. Spiraling Delusions looking to even up this game. Boom! Big KO from either into the net. Has the power play. Yin Kirby just walks up, able to secure the second set. And wow, really just at the snap of your fingers, Spiraling Delusions just absolutely dominated. They lost the first point of that set, and then it was just all them from there on out.
Yep, and with these Awakenings as well, Ether with the first pick on the Estelle, gonna have a lot of options here. Could go, I think maybe it might be a Deadeye angle. Yeah, it is gonna be the case. Lalays with a few options for themselves as well, is gonna pick up that glass cannon size on the Juliet. size on the Rasmus as well is going to mean that they both have a lot more power with the Might of the Colossus and also with the Juliet with those impacts as well. But and Yunaka with the Prize Fighter, they just have a lot of power in this draft.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for Spiraling Delusions. They are not able to deny Rasmus size in that there were 2 size awakenings that showed up. They weren't able to take both of them. So Rasmus does get what he was looking for in that draft. This is a very, very large Rasmus, and with that size comes power. And he is really pressing that advantage, walking up, starting this offense and can really closing the net for his team. Spiraling Delusions pushing back. Nice. Now Primary contests the strike shot out of Patat. We're back in a little bit of a neutral state while Whimsical begins to set up their offense.
Yep, Yunaka just kind of being unrelenting right now to Potat. Once again, AJ with the great whiplash. AJ also has so much power to his name. He can just kind of throw the ball anywhere and it will be sent flying with the team player. That being said, he is going to play with the ball a little bit. That's a kill onto the Lalays from Whimsical, or sorry, Spiraling Delusions. Now, but the clear from AJ once again, just showing up, being so being so creative and coming up with so many new things that I don't even think the best some of the top players can even think about.
Yeah, it was a great save from AJ. Unfortunately, that he was not able to contain the rebound. Did give up that barrier in the end. Oh my God, dimer from the Tofu Fortress. Core bouncing around in there at Mach 7. Sets up Yin Kirby perfectly, and he's able to capitalize with the dash punch there.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, that was pretty whimsical.
That was pretty whimsical, as the name implies. Yin Kirby with this flip. Going to be contested by Yunaka, and the entire side of Whimsical Weekend is going to jump onto Yin Kirby. That's a power play for them. Lele's in the corner, almost getting taken out by the Deadeye on Ether. Ether with the breakaway is going to get that one barrier. AJ with the core now. Could take it up, could take it down, could go anywhere with this. Yin Kirby with the unfortunate misstrike. Doesn't matter because he's still going to get the barrier. Anyways, the interception from Yunaka is going to put out a little bit of a... Oh no!
Oh no, it all seems to be falling apart for Whimsical Weekend right now. A little bit of a back pass to Lalace, just a bit out of reach and just a bit too on target for his own net. Gives the Spiraling Delusion a free point, and they're on set point once again here. I gotta say, it's real. Oh no, it's going from bad to worse for Whimsical Weekend right now. Just tripping on each other's toes. I gotta say, it's really looking like Patat kind of just remembered that he's playing Dubu. This Asher is really having a tough time getting through him. Now is able to break through with the help of the pendulum swing. AJ really bossing up. Yin Kirby is not able to find the goal after securing the barrier. AJ was not able to win that match of Titans down along the bottom side of the map. Patat gets the flip forced out. Either is walking up. Should have everything available to him. Uses the Crystal Thorns to dribble, but is not able to contain the core for his team. Loose core slowly walking out just out of the reach of everyone. Clears the threat from Spiraling Delusions. Here comes Yunaka again, and once again there's that Tofu Fortress just absolutely shutting down any offense. Yin Kirby stalking Lalace, finds the dash punch. Great hook from AJ, but it's a 2v1. Yunaka is not able to get back in time either. Yin Kirby able to pull out the passing plays to get around AJ and able to secure this third set to put them up 2-1, put them on match set point to move on in this tournament.
Yeah, looks like Yin Kirby has finally, after one set, shown up and decided he wants to win now. And now he's getting that triple size away from Rasmus. Rasmus still has a couple options here. I'm thinking maybe Proto Boost, Spec Training. Could also go for a Spark. I don't know. It's kind of late to really scale on the Sparks now, but anything can happen.
Yeah, Yin Kirby notably had the first Spark, opts to pass it up to pick up more size. AJ does go for a Spark at the end of the day. And I gotta say, it really just feels like a more experienced team starting to take advantage of a little bit newer of a team. Stuff like Yin Kirby stalking out the dash punch on the lay, is able to just find him when he might not be looking for the dash punch that a more experienced player might be seeing. And that's a quick double barrier to start up this fourth and potentially final set if Spiraling Delusions is able to close out the game.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Whimsical Weekend can really find their way back into this game. But it looks like they're trying their very best to right now in the corner, but it's going to be defended out by Potat. Potat is Oh, actually has 10 orbs. I didn't even realize he took the orb ponder, but it looks like he's doing like some wonders for him right now. As he's able to really have those Dubu ults and those Dubu rolls, two really effective things for stopping pushes like so well. He's able to put those up so much more, and it's really causing Yunaka like a lot of trouble. The fast ball, the really fast ball just going to in the hands of Yin Kirby and able to capitalize. And
Yeah, AJ turning the heat up, really tried to cook with maintaining that core speed, ends up just sending it into the waiting hands of Yin Kirby with none of his teammates nearby, ended up getting a little burn there. Spiraling Delusions goes up, either forces the flip, it gets stuffed out, Patat with the roll to save it back. Oh my goodness, that was a crazy evade from Lalace, but now he is trapped inside the Tofu Fortress, no evade available, uses the ult, grabs an orb, and is able to heal back up, no evade available, but safe for now. As this offense continues for the side of Whimsical, Weekend Patat gets the flip burned out. Yunaka is able to capitalize and is looking with the flip. Dubu shouldn't have anything up. Yunaka dash strike, gets it, gets the hit stun, gets the core through Patat, evens up this set 1-1. And the Whimsical Weekend Warriors are not out of it just yet.
The Whimsical Weekend Warriors do have a lot more fight in them, looks like. And yeah, I mean, yeah, something also I want to point out, AJ just has so much power, but so does Yunaka getting the kill. That's the second prize fighter stack. I kind of forgot that Yunaka had that. Protat with the ult in the corner is gonna mean trouble for Whimsical Weekend. Yin Kirby with coming in himself, trying to make matters worse for them, but they're gonna be able to get it out pretty smoothly. Ether with the core getting passed to by Yin Kirby. They're gonna have both barriers up now. Yunaka in the corner. Gonna try to get something. Yin Kirby almost getting the dash punch, and he's gonna intercept the hook and the strike. Yin Kirby just pulling up to AJ's face, saying, "I don't want you having that ball," and it's just gonna make them go to set point or match point. Sorry.
Very, very well played by Yin Kirby with this triple size of himself, able to just take up enough space that he's able to block the hook coming out from AJ that could have potentially saved that. And we now have match point for Spiraling Delusions. There's the first barrier. Either gets knocked out by Yunaka. This is the chance that Whimsical Weekend might need. Blocks the strike shot, is able to get the setup. There comes the missile prop to Tofu Fortress. Ooh, Yunaka actually flicks it back up to the top into his midfielder's waiting hands, but Lalace is just not able to push the interactions ahead of Patat, who is still sitting and waiting at the flip. AJ, a little bit of a misfire, but is able to secure prevent disaster with this hook. Yin Kirby flips into the corner, gets the last barrier, and Spiraling Delusions are on the prowl. Patat still has this flip available. Would not be surprised to see him start to walk up when he gets the Tofu Fortress back available to him. AJ with the little dribble. Yunaka, a flip of his own, stuffed out by the Tofu Fortress there. When AJ is getting he's just daring Yin Kirby to do something. Yin Kirby bides his time, stays patient, waits for his opportunity, staying in the midfield here, pushing the advantage as either backs him up. Oh, the team player speed. Oh no! Unlucky angle, gets it, the core right back into the perfect position for Yin Kirby, who gets the job done, stuffs the core into the net through the back line of Lalace and AJ from Whimsical Warrior. And after a exciting first set for Whimsical Weekend, it looks like the Whimsy ran out. Spiraling Delusions snapped out of the delusions of their own and were able to take care of business, win this match, secure their place in day 2. But that might not be the last we see of Whimsical Weekend. I believe it might come down to tiebreakers, so there is a chance we still see them tomorrow as well. And you know what? They made a fan of me that game.
Yeah, I mean, Whimsical Weekend definitely had some really good moments. AJ pulling up with the Rasmus. I mean, this guy was going crazy on that pick, getting so many like creative hooks. I sound like a broken record when I say that, but really, like, this guy went crazy with the hooks, I think.
Yeah, absolutely agree. AJ, I really hope to see more of him, maybe in this upcoming Nat season. Like you said, I think he's a bit of a Norms warrior, and we have seen some demons come out of the Norms queues in our time. We've seen Shianzu, we've seen Social Fox, we've seen many, many others. And you know, there is some good competition, there is some good talent to be found. and AJ making an impressive debut alongside Lele's and the veteran, relatively anyway, in Yunaka. But unfortunately today, Spiraling Delusions, the veterans, showed them why experience matters, and they were able to dispatch them relatively handily.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see if Whimsical Weekend can make their way into, if they're able to make their way into day 2 after tiebreakers. I'm looking forward to seeing, I'm excited to see what they can do, because he's known for his whim. This guy's known for his whimsical plays. He's known for being a little bit of a goofball, admittedly, and Lele's as well. I don't think I've ever seen them play in my life, but they put on a great effort I think.
Yeah, one other little notable thing to point out, this was a brawlers match. 10+0 on Yin Kirby, getting the job done. With 0 goals on Pataz, 0 goals on either, and then flipped on the opposite side, but halved Yunaka with the 5+0 of his own, with assists coming out from his teammates. So, I mean, this match really was just a brawler's world, and everyone else was just living in it.
Yeah, that being said, though, we are done with every game today. We will see everybody here, everybody at the venue in day 2, I think, anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been an absolutely fantastic day of games. It's been an absolutely fantastic event so far, and the best is yet to come. So we will see you all right back here at twitch.tv/topthewall. We will see you tomorrow, and have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.